She's still a child.
Yeah, she's still a child, that's the problem. I always tell them that, if you want to leave the child here and come back later and take your child,
Yeah,
we are
just visit and...
we can do that.
Sound Lab is a remarkable place in that it offers to help all girls that are victims of violence and exploitation, irrespective of whether they have been trafficked or not. Young Dina was forced to work by her own family or face beatings until she was rescued.
It's a very strange and sad thing. She has parents. She came to stay with her brother and sister-in-law. The brother and sister-in-law put her on the street to beg.
And the parents didn't know.
Parents didn't know to start with, but because she had an older brother, two of them, they were bringing in money. She was bringing in money. কত টাকা একদিনে পেতিস? হ্যাঁ? কত টাকা হতো?
11-12
একদিনে 11-12 মোটে?
10 হতো।
10 হতো, okay. She used to earn 10, 11, 12.
How many hours did she have to pay?
Throughout the day they will beg, and in the evening, train করে চলে যেতিস? And in the evening they will take a train and she will go back to her sister-in-law.
By herself?
And her brother.
Okay.
Yeah, two of them. These children, they come in the train, and they are daily passengers. They come without ticket, and they beg in the train, and they also sit on the footpath or just move around and beg.
Oh my God. How did she feel? How did they treat her people she was with?
ওইখানে যখন তোর দাদা বৌদির কাছে থাকতিস, ওরা কিরকম ব্যবহার করে?
দাদা আমাকে ভালোবাসতো, বৌদি আমাকে ভালোবাসতো, খুব মারতো।
মারতো? Sister-in-law used to beat her. But her little brother, who is just about 1 year or 2 years older to her, he is very good, she's saying. But the sister-in-law, the older brother's wife, এরা কাঁদছে তোর জন্য, কাঁদছে তোর জন্য। She's so surprised you're crying.
Oh my God. I don't want to see.
তোর জন্য কাঁদছে, তোর কথা শুনে কষ্ট হয়েছে। হাত বুলিয়ে দে মাথায়।
Oh my God.
The streets. They're never sent to school, never, but they are given food when they go back in the night. In the morning, they used to just eat on the streets.
Oh my God. I'm sorry, I'm having a moment. After all the sadness, I wanted to do something that would make the girls happy. I thought of all the times that I've been photographed, and for once, here were some pictures that I wanted taken. Trafficking is not going to stop until people take it more seriously. Even here, although over 800 girls have been rescued, they've only managed to prosecute 16 traffickers and convict only 4.
First, when she came in, it was very exciting. But then it was very touching also. You could feel that, she was continuously comparing what she was seeing with her own self and her own environment. So that was very special. And this little girl, who sat on her lap, that made a lot of difference, Lindsay was holding her, so she also tried to hold her back. And Lindsay was very touched with that. It was coming with a lot of emotions. And she was not prepared with a script. A lot of people feel that, if she can feel like that, why can't we also make a difference? So naturally, a lot of young people, really adore her. So these are the people, who are the future, who are from the tomorrow's world,
There's not even enough words or a word to even begin to explain how it feels to hear those stories from those girls. Not to mention how they must feel. And, when a girl has to make a decision because she's been forced to have sex with a man 10 times a day, not fed and locked in a room, and drugged and beaten, and then she's a child and she doesn't know what to do, she shouldn't have to make that decision. The girls at Sanlap, just like Salma, the people in Sandesh Kali, and the boys rescued from the raid, these were the lucky ones. They have been given a chance at a different life because of the work of charities. But in all of these cases, not one had a trafficker who had been brought to justice.
We don't care. We don't care. So it's consumerism that has set in somewhere, and that's taken over our lives completely. So it's going to increase for some time, definitely, until we wake up to a day when we say, oh, it happens to my child as well. So it's not only that poor man's child, and it's a tragedy that we have to actually wait for that day.
It was just 2 hours before my flight back home to LA. It felt so surreal going back into that life. Oh my God, I so don't want to go back to LA where there's going to be 20 paparazzi at the airport asking me ridiculous questions about people that I don't even know in life. Like, and guys that I've barely even met that I'm dating. Like, that's what's driving me nuts right now. That's what's making me sick. Aside from these phones. Is that they're not going to focus on anything that we just did.
Sorry.
Even though I was going back to my home, I knew for some people I'd met, things were still very uncertain. A few days after I left, Rusko from the Mukti Ashram in Delhi was finally taken home by a charity worker. It was an overnight train north of Calcutta, but he was too excited to sleep. The next morning, it was another 5 hours on the road to the tribal areas where Rusko's family was from.
जाना है दिल्ली क्योंकि पुलिस पकड़ता है फिर अगर इस बार गए तो मारेगा बहुत इसलिए मैं अभी नहीं जाऊंगी अभी तो घर में जाकर पढ़ाई करेंगे इसके बाद माँ जो कहेगा वही होगा
Even after a month at the shelter, Rusko still did not feel that he had been rescued and was just so surprised that the police had not punished him for working. When Rusko and the charity worker arrived, it was big news in the village. His mother, Marang Curry, seemed troubled when Rusko returned, accompanied by a charity worker who then questioned her.
কেমন লাগছে এখন আপনার ছেলে এসে বাড়িতে এসে যে ভালো লাগছে না খারাপ লাগছে ভালো লাগছে কষ্ট হচ্ছিল ছেলের জন্য না আপনার কি রকম লাগছিল খারাপ লাগছিল
খারাপ তো লাগছে
আচ্ছা
ছেলে যে বলছে
কি ঘরের কি সমস্যা কি যে এত ছোট ছেলের দিকে বাইরে পাঠাচ্ছেন
কেক লাগে
জমি আছে জমি জমি আছে আর জমি
বাড়ি এখন 2
বিঘা কি হয় জমিতে তো ধান লাগিয়ে ছেলেদের